my dudes, today we're taking a look at the Digivolving Spirits Agumon to Wargreymon from Digimon Adventure / the first season of Digimon. I'm so excited for this figure. I've had it for a while, but I'm here to review it because I love Digimon. No hate against Pokemon, but I just like the designs in Digimon so much. Anyways, this is the box. I already did an unboxing of the guy, so let's just jump straight into the review. Here he is compared to a can of Sprite Zero. Taking a closer look at Agumon here, he looks pretty good. I love him. He looks adorable. He's a little cutie. He doesn't have a neck because he eats too much. Probably ate too many donuts. In the anime, he actually eats way too much. He's always hungry, so maybe he just lost his neck in the process. I mean, this is actually just because, well, it's due to the transformation. That's why he has no neck. But other than that, he looks pretty good. I love the eyes. The eyes are nicely sculpted and painted. Nice anime eyes. It's got the little white parts and the pupil and everything. Looks really, really good. I love the head sculpt. I love the individual teeth right there. He's got a little Agumon butt going on right there. And his feet. His feet look good too. I really, really like his feet. Big ol' Agumon feet. Now, he does have kibble from his alternative mode. Kibble, for people who don't know, is basically the other mode present in one of the other modes. So, for example, we do have Wargreymon's Dramon Killers there, and Wargreymon's Shoulder Spikes. But it doesn't really bother me that much, just because it is a transforming figure. Transforming figures are bound to have kibble on them. Posability-wise, Agumon is it's decent. It's not great. He has nothing in the head, but his shoulders are on ball joints, so you can wiggle around like so. He has a bend at the elbow, which can bend back as well. Looks like he's got broken arms. He has a swivel at the claw. His legs can move, bend forwards and backwards. He can bend at the knee, and his feet are actually die cast, made of it's actually a metal ball. You can see there. I don't see any problems because I'm pretty sure it is a metal ball inside a metal socket. I'm pretty sure it might be plastic actually, just because over time metal can rub against plastic and stress it out, and it might be prone to falling out. But since I've had this figure for a while, I have had no issues at all. So that is always nice, and that's all the posability. It's really lacking, but it doesn't compromise this mode, just because, I mean, who's gonna buy a Digivolving Agumon figure for the Agumon mode? Anyways, this guy warp Digivolves, so let's get to it, baby! So the very first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna straighten out his leg, flip around the foot, and then we're going to rotate each individual nail so they're facing the right side up. And we're going to do the same for this side. Next, we're going to pull up on Agumon's head and just rotate it around. Next, we're just going to move his arms just so we can get working on the leg section of Wargreymon. These panels can be a little bit tricky, so the trick for me is you're going to just slide your finger here underneath his leg, and you kind of have to swing it to the left. So when you do that, you'll be able to free up this panel showing Wargreymon's leg. Next, when you do that, we're going to take Agumon's back, pull it up, spread up Wargremon's legs, and we're just going to swing this whole section to the back and now start working on Wargremon's legs. We have the shin armor here. We're going to rotate it down and around, and then we're going to fold it down. And when you do that, there is a tab here and a hole here. Push this in here. And here we have one leg done. We're going to do the same to the other side. Next, just fold on the codpiece and then fold down these pieces to be Wargreymon's side skirts. Now we can do Wargreymon's torso. So what we're going to do is we're going to split Agumon's head apart, and that will show Wargreymon inside. When we do that, the two halves of the head are on this bar here. So what you want to do is you want to take both halves of the head and slide them as far to the left and right. We're going to take Wargreymon arms, fold them forward, and since this is actually on the same swing bar as Agumon's head, we have to swing Wargreymon arms all the way around and tap it into here. And then you'll just lock the arms into place. Next, we're going to take his torso, tab it into his waist, come to the back of the figure, we're going to push up this kibble. Next, we're going to take Agumon's head and bring it down. This will form Wargreymon's Brave Shield. Now time for the finishing touches. We're going to do his arms. Flip up the spike, extend his arm, and then we're going to flip up the Digimon killers, and we're going to do the same for this side. Last but not least, flip back his horns, and flip up the midline. Here is Wargreymon next to a can of Sprite Zero. Now this is the mode that you buy the figure for. This Wargreymon mode is stunning. It's so beautiful. I love the sculpting on his Digizoid armor. His shins look very, very nice as well too. Diecast present. There is diecast in the chest, diecast in the shins, diecast in the head, I believe. There is diecast obviously in the ball joints of the foot. And then his Digimon killers look diecast, but they're not actually diecast. They're just chrome, which does look a little bit weird with Agumon's claws, but it doesn't really bother me that much. Looking at the head sculpt, gosh, it's so beautiful. I love his red hair. His eyes are nicely painted. God, it's just such a beautiful looking figure, and I love it so much. Tamashii Nations does a beautiful, beautiful job on their sculpts. Obviously, there is kibble from Agumon's mode. We have giant halves of Agumon just sitting in the back, and then we have all of Agumon's torso also on his back. It doesn't really bother me because, again, it's a transforming figure, but it would be really cool to take some plot plate and try to make the crest of courage on the back of Wargreymon. It's a thought that I've thought about and considered doing, but it's just like a future project in the future that I would want to try. How well does this guy pose? He poses alright. He has a ball joint at the head and ball joint at the neck, but the head is limited just due to the way the hair is sculpted, and he can't really look, and it brushes up against the diecast here, as well as the back of the Agumon pieces of the swing bar. And it just kind of rubs against it, and you can kind of see that there is a little bit of plastic coming off just from his hair. It's nothing to worry about that much. His shoulders are on ball joints. He has a hinge at his shoulder, then he has a dedicated hinge to actually move his arm out. He has a swivel at his bicep, dedicated swivel at his bicep. He can bend at the elbow. That's what I'm going to say, bend at the knee. He has a swivel at his elbow. Wrists are on ball joints, but you can just pop it off, which is strange. I feel like that this guy should have interchangeable wrists, interchangeable hands, but he doesn't come with anything. So it's not disappointing, but it would have been cool to see interchangeable hands. Nothing in the waist. But his side skirts are on ball joints. I love the fact that his side skirts become... Agumon's torso becomes his side skirts. I really like that. Codpiece can flip forwards. His legs can kick forwards, move back. He can also spread pretty well. good spread. He has a dedicated swivel at the upper part of his leg, bend at the knee, as well as a swivel at the knee. Then his feet are on ball joints, same as Agumon's feet, nothing changes there. And it can obviously rotate, so it's a really nice joint. Oop, popped off the shin armor there. But yeah, his posability is pretty good. I just wish that there was just a little bit more head articulation, just so he can emote a little bit better. But it's not too bad. Honestly, I'm not that great with poses, but you can get him in some pretty decent poses. And I still agree that this is probably one of the best Wargreymon figures we've ever had. The SH Figuarts one is kind of doo-doo, and I don't like that one. It's lost with the rest of my junk, but this guy deserves a place on the shelf. Here we are at the finale of the Spirit Digivolving Wargreymon, and I love this figure a lot. Huge Digimon fan, and this figure really does Wargreymon justice. The Agumon mode is passable just because Agumon's design in general is really simple, and the mode does do it justice, but I think the Wargreymon mode just really swings it out of the park. All the parts that need to be diecast are diecast. I'm glad that the Dramon Killers aren't diecast, just chrome, because it probably would have weighed down his arms, as his arms, at least on the wrist a little bit, can be a little bit saggy, and diecast would have just made it probably a little bit worse. So I'm glad that they aren't diecast. I wish that there was a little bit more accessories, but this is just me being nitpicky, such as interchangeable wrists, as well as a way to incorporate the Brave Shield, which is Wargreymon's back halves coming together to form the Brave Shield. But again, that's me nitpicking. This figure is amazing, and I love it. Digimon fans, definitely shoot for it. Other than that, I mean, if you really don't know Digimon, if you really like cool designs, sure, pick it up. You can get it for around $60 on BBTS, but I believe it's sold out. You can pre-order the Black Agumon to Wargreymon, which I will probably pick up because I love Black Wargreymon too. So, that is everything. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.